Become comfortable. Allow yourselves to focus on the center of the holoto and begin to breathe gently and easily as you allow your room lights to dim, your holotope lights to come up, and your music to soothe you into further relaxation. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Another deep breath in and let it out. One more time, a deep breath in and hold it, and hold it, and hold it. And blow out all the cares of your day. And just continue to breathe deeply and easily, keeping your eyes on the holotope, letting yourself relax, letting yourself let go. No concerns, no worry, no effort, no strain, no struggle, no struggle. Just a peaceful, comfortable feeling settling within all parts of your body, all aspects of your mind, deep within your soul. Allow yourself to drift. Allow yourself to fall easily and gently into the dream. And allow yourself to float along the current of creation. Comfortable and secure. Drifting through the stars. And as you drift and dream along with us, answer this question out loud. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? For not knowing is the beginning of being open to discovering more of who you truly are, allowing you to relax the idea you've had of your identity, the mistaken identity, once thought to be the total representation of your being, now understood to be one aspect, one representation, one symbol of the greater being you are, in which there is always more and more to discover. So at every moment, no matter how much you may learn, no matter how much you may absorb, you always have the opportunity to know that you really never know who you truly are, because there is always more. And on the journey where you discover little pieces of yourself and pick them up along the way, and should you go down paths that are unexpected, that you would have heretofore thought of as mistakes, you will now be willing to know that there is more of you, even in those mistakes, that can inform you and educate you and allow you to know more and more and more of what you don't know, so that you can know enough to know that you will never know all there is to know. And this frees you to explore and to know. There will never be an end to knowing, never be an end to growing. Choice is always in your hand. It is a gift from all that is, and you shall always, always always have that gift to choose to be who you prefer to be and to discover what that means, who you truly are every moment, knowing that when you discover who you are, that still there is more to know. You are the great mystery of life itself. And in that mystery will you walk. In that mystery will you learn. And in that mystery will you know more and more of what you don't know and will never know, but will know in time and out of time and beyond time and in a timeless way. And that knowledge will be enough at every moment for you to know who you need to be then and there without needing to know the you will become forever and ever. Free to change, free to let go, free to let in, free to discover. More treasures buried more deeply than you ever imagined within your being, for your being and your depth is infinite. And you can always be on the treasure hunt, the never-ending treasure hunt, to find those golden nuggets of knowledge within you that inform you about yourself. Your true identity is all that is, that will always seek to know itself, and in seeking knows it will never always know itself, and never ultimately know itself, for there will always be more to discover. And this is the beauty and the promise of creation, that it is ever expanding without end, without beginning. Even though the journey can be experienced in a multitude of ways, on a multitude of levels, high and low, fast and slow, positive and negative, light and dark, in and out, it is all a beautiful reflection of the totality of your being, which can never be known in total. For the totality is not finite. The totality is endless, infinite, yet eternal. At once, a moment and timeless, forever and now. Make no mistake, you are sparks of the infinite light. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Be at peace with not knowing, for that always leaves the door open to know more, to discover anew, and to keep growing. And in any moment when you are confused, and in any moment when you feel you may have made a mistake, ask yourself, who am I? I don't know. And in that moment, you will know more than you ever imagined you could know, as you see the true relationship between yourself and the situation at hand. And you will begin to understand why you have led yourself down this path that may at first have seemed to be a dead end, a mistake. But as you stand with your curiosity and ask, who am I? In this moment, who am I? In this circumstance, who am I? More will be revealed to you about who you are than you ever could have imagined. And you will feel yourself expanding, bursting at the seams with potential, with knowledge, with promise. For you are bursting with the promise of creation, that there will always be more to know. That that the joy of discovery will never end, that you can live in ecstasy eternally, in a constant state of new discovery, in a constant state of expansion, in a constant state of new awareness. Who am I? Who am I? I do not know. And thus, by not knowing, do I know more than I ever could have imagined I would know. For I am willing to not know, not limit myself in my knowledge of who I am by saying that I do know. For there is no need to freeze yourself, to lock yourself, to suspend yourself in one idea. For your personality is not all that you are anyway. You are, as a person, a channeled entity, moving through a dream, on an infinite sea, on an eternal ocean of unconditional love. You are unknown and unknowable. Even as you know yourself, you are unknown and unknowable. Answer out loud. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Allow yourself to feel the freedom in not having to know, in not having to be exactly who everyone said you should be. To let go of preconceptions, to let go of judgments, to always know you are free like a chameleon to change your colors, to be at one with all and all with one, and to express yourself however is true for you at any given moment. To be the magician and the magic in your life, to transform yourself in any way, shape, and form that seems to be, at that moment, perfect for you. And so it is, and so it was, and so it ever shall be. That not knowing gives you the ability to know more. So be free to ask at any moment of confusion, at any moment that seems to be a dead end, at any moment when you feel that you might be lost, remind yourself that it's all right, that you do not know who you are. And in not knowing shall you rediscover exactly at that moment who you need to be. Also knowing that is not all you will ever be. Even in that moment, there is more. There is more. There is more to you to know. And it will reveal itself to you as necessary. Pick up the pieces along the journey, along the path. Gather them in your basket. Recollect, reassemble, and remember yourselves. And even when you feel you are wholly reassembled, you will know there is always more to know. For in that moment you do not know who you are. And you may channel yourself anew and discover a new you that you can get to know. And as you develop more knowledge, more relation with who you are channeling yourself to be, even in that knowledge you will not know and are always free to know something else. that is truly representative of your greater being, and express it in life with all the power and all the beauty that you possibly can, and all the love that you are made from. For one thing above all, you do know you are love itself, the very fabric of existence, the very frequency, resonance, and vibration of all that is. Allow yourself to breathe deeply and let it out. And breathe deeply and let it out. And breathe deeply and hold it and hold it and hold it. And then blow out your need to know. And by blowing out your need to know, you know that you will know what you need to know when you need to know it. And until that moment, you do not know who you are until you know. And when you know, you still know that you do not know who you are. And when you do not know who you are, you will know in that moment who you are. And in knowing who you are, you will know in that moment that you do not know who you are. And you will create a perpetual cycle of knowing and unknowing, and knowing and unknowing, and knowing and unknowing, that shall allow you to become the crucible in which you can melt down the idea of yourself, transform and reform it effortlessly, fluidly, perfectly. And you will flow into the unknown, in which you will discover more of you to know. Allow the mistakes to work for you by understanding that even as you define it as a mistake, that there is always a take two, and a take three, and a take four, and a take infinity. An infinite time to know yourself, and even throughout infinity, you will never ultimately know all of who you are. For you are free and limitless and boundless. And even in your moments of finite experience, there are an infinite number of them. So even when you feel yourself to be finite, that is but a drop in an infinite sea of finite moments. And even as you get to know every single one of those finite moments, there is always another infinite sea of finite moments. On and on and on and on. For you are forever, and always have been, and always shall be. For you are the now, and the here, and the one, and the all. Allow yourself to begin to settle in. Allow your music to soften. Allow your lights to dim. Allow yourself to drift and dream. Allow yourself to know that you do not know, and allow yourself to be all right that you do not know. For that is the key to the open door to freedom, of redefining yourself as you prefer. You are every moment fluid, every moment changing, every moment shifting, every moment born anew. You are channeled entities all, and you are constantly shifting to a new perspective, to a new you. Allow yourself to be quiet and to just drift but you know that you do not know. And that is perfect. Answer out loud in a whisper. Who are you?